Alright, so I'm here with another monstrous behemoth of a book, but this time it's significantly better. This is Essential Iron Man Volume 4. It collects Iron Man number 39 to 61 from 1971 to 1973 and features the writing talents of Gerry Conway, Robert Kanigher, and Gary Friedrich, as well as the artistic talents of George Tuska, Jim Starlin, and Herb Trimpe. Well, okay, maybe that last one isn't so much talented as, well, just take a look for yourself. When I first saw this art, I was really hoping the whole book wouldn't be like this. Fortunately, it wasn't, and George Tuska, the primary penciler, does a fairly good job. One of my only complaints comes in the form of the limitations of the Essential line. All the art is in black and white. I've read some classic comics in color, and believe it or not, it actually significantly improves the art. The writing is just as good as the art, if not better, as it can convey emotions that the art can't necessarily convey. Like the previous Essential book I reviewed, though, some things can get really repetitive, and in the case of this book, it's the strong emotions that Tony sometimes feels. And while reading this book, I realized it was more of the collected edition's contribution to the fault. As I've said, reading these monthly would make them less repetitive, obviously. But let's get back to those emotions. When Tony gets angry, he gets angry. There are two reasons why these scenes of extreme anger / sadness aren't more potent. One, the word choice is, well, from the 70s, and I don't know, it was just kind of hard to get behind some of the extremely cheesy phrases uttered by the characters. However, something I found quite interesting and intelligent was the fact that the characters would recognize their cheesy word choice and cliches, which I thought was pretty forward-thinking. Alright, now back to those reasons. Second, the art doesn't really convey everything that modern comics can, but it's still extremely well done for the time. The actual plotting to these issues is done really well too, with many arcs just flowing into the next, and they're all paced pretty well. There are a few guest appearances and some interesting villains that actually give Iron Man a run for his money. From corporate intrigue to fighting the Submariner, Essential Iron Man Volume 4 was an entertaining read that got everything right for its time, with one of the few faults being the black and white art, which is just an inherent formatting problem with the Essential line. As someone that doesn't read Iron Man very much, I can still say I enjoyed this book, and was entertained by it. And I think I would rather take witty wise guy dialogue over medieval speech any day.